Ora si registrerà la conferenza.
Hi students, welcome to class. I hope you enjoyed last lesson. And we ended the last lesson with a grammar reference and some grammar practice. In particular, it was unit 1 that we covered. Unit 1 practice and unit 2 grammar reference. So tonight we are going to take a look at grammar part 2, and also we're going to do a reading and writing part 3 section and a listening part 2 section. So let's go ahead and share the screen real quick. There you go. So I can show you our folder, the A2 folder. You should be pretty comfortable with it by now. So in the grammar folder, we have the English grammar extract. Let's take a look at it. It's this file right here. And last time we looked at unit 1 grammar reference, as I just mentioned. And we ended last lesson with the unit 1 practice exercise, actually. And remember, I asked you to do some exercises. So I don't know if you were actually able to do it or not. But anyway, I think you had enough time actually between last lesson and today's lesson to practice the grammar. Always keep in mind that you can send me any questions on our WhatsApp group. Quindi penso che voi abbiate avuto abbastanza tempo dall'ultima lezione sino ad oggi per poter svolgere gli esercizi dell'unità 1 e tenete bene a mente che potete in qualsiasi momento chiedere domande direttamente sul nostro gruppo WhatsApp. Okay, so I also actually gave you a unit 1 practice key, a key, le soluzioni. I gave you a unit 1 practice key. Let's take a look at it. I gave you this grammar 1 key and I shared it with you on the WhatsApp group. So you should have received it. Basically, these are the keys, the answers to the exercises. For instance, Pietro lives in Naples now. Last year, we visited Paris. How do I open this? Can you speak 10 languages? No, I can't. Yes, I can. Write questions for these answers. She lives in Madrid. Where does she live? She lives in Madrid. So these were the keys to unit 1 grammar practice. Okay, and you should have received this file as well. So we'll get back to the grammar section toward the end of today's lesson. As for right now, we are going to continue our lesson with the reading and writing part 3 today. Reading and writing part 3. There you go. So this is the file that we're going to look at tonight. Okay, Key for Schools, paper 1, reading and writing part 3. What does this mean? It basically means that we are looking at the part 3 of the reading and writing exam. Okay, we already covered this at the beginning of the course. So this is what we're going to take a look at tonight. let's see. In details. So the time required for this part is about 25 minutes. Well, the aim is the goal, lo scopo, the aim. Okay, so the aim of this part is to familiarize students with the reading and writing part 3 section of the exam. In particular, this exercise aims at practice scheme reading. Scheme reading. What is scheme reading? Reading è lettura, reading, scheme, cioè una lettura generica, to practice scheme reading for general understanding, for general understanding, per una comprensione generale del testo. And then after the scheme reading, to practice reading for detailed information. What does practice reading for detailed information mean? It basically means that after we have skim read the text, we have to practice further reading in order to find detailed information, in order to find extra information that is contained in the text. Well, let's take a look at this text. As usual, you have your answers, the keys. We'll take a look at this later. Okay, so for each question, this is an example. Part 3, for each question, choose the correct answer. So here is the text, starting at a new school. Okay, so this is the text that we are going to read tonight. And obviously, after the text, there are going to be some questions. Okay, question number 14, 15, 16, and 17. Okay, let's see what's on next page. And actually, they also have some follow-up activity. Okay, follow-up activity. What is a follow-up activity? Usually, a follow-up activity is an extra activity that can be done if there is some extra time. For example, in this case, the extra activity is right about starting at a new school. So Cambridge is already trying to give you an input to start writing. Okay, in fact, this part of the exam is called reading and writing. Reading and writing. So the first part of the exercise is a typical reading exercise. Okay, Cambridge gave us a text. Gave is past. To give, gave, given. So Cambridge gave us a reading exercise. Okay, which you should actually use as a template. You can use the reading exercise as a template as well. What is a template? A template is an example. So you can use this reading exercise as a template for writing your own story in the extra activity. So if you have some extra time after the lesson, feel free to complete this follow-up activity. Write about starting at a new school. For instance, you may be deciding to write about your Cambridge A1, A2 course. you don't have to write an entire page as they did here in the example. Okay, you can just write a short paragraph, meaning 4 lines, so no more than 3 to 4 lines. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 lines is enough, in my opinion. Enough means abbastanza, so you can also follow their directions. Choose 6 or 7 words from your text. Ok, quindi you can choose, scegliere, to choose, chose, chosen. It's an irregular verb. Choose 6 or 7 words, cross them out and replace them with synonyms. So you can also play this game. So selecting some words from the text and replacing them with synonyms. Synonyms are just like in Italian, sinonimi. Okay, so let's take a look at the reading part, starting at a new school. I have just finished my first week at a new school, and I'd like to tell you about it. Like other children in my country, I went to primary school until I was 11, and then I had to go to a different school for older children. I loved my primary school, but I was excited to move to a new school. It was very strange on our first day. There were some kids from my primary school there, but most of the children in my year group were from different schools. But I soon started thinking to the girl who was sitting beside me in maths. Oh, but I soon started talking, pardon, not thinking, but I soon started talking to the girl who was sitting beside me in maths. She lives near me, so we walked home together. We are best friends now. When I saw our timetable, there were lots of subjects. Some were quite new to me. Lessons are harder now. They are longer, and the subjects are more difficult. But the teachers help us a lot. At primary school, we had all our lessons in one classroom. Now, each subject is taught in a different room. It was difficult to find the classrooms at first because the school is so big, but the teachers gave us each a map of the school. So it's getting easier now. The worst thing is that I have lots more homework to do now. Some of it is fun, but I need to get better at remembering when I have to give different pieces of work to the teachers. Okay? So this was the text, okay, that Cambridge is expecting us to read in order to answer the following questions. So let me know if you find this reading easy or difficult. Also because you are going to do some reading on your own, meaning that you are supposed to read this now as well. For instance, let's see if I can help you translate it a little bit better in order for you to understand it easier. So I have just finished my first week at a new school, quindi ho appena finito la mia prima settimana alla nuova scuola e vorrei, I would like it's a conditional, I would. This is an abbreviation I''D for would, just like, proprio come I have just finished. I''V, I've, it's an abbreviation for I have. I have just finished my first week. And I would like to tell you, mi piacerebbe dirvi, mi piacerebbe raccontarvi di ciò. Like other children in my country, come gli altri bambini, gli altri ragazzi nel mio paese, sono andata in this case, right? Anna is a girl, so sono andata ad una scuola di infanzia, una scuola elementare, primary school, fino all'età di 11 anni, until I was 11. And then I had to go, e dopodiché I had to go, sono dovuta andare, I had to go, I have to, dovere. Okay, every time you see I have to, this is the past, I had to, dovere, so I had to go, sono dovuta andare ad una scuola diversa per ragazzi più grandi, older. I loved, love, amare, al passato, past simple, loved, love is a regular verb, so the past simple becomes I loved, ok? I loved my primary school, quindi amavo la mia scuola elementare, but I was excited, ma sono stata felice di andare to move, di andare ad una nuova scuola, to move to, di muovermi, quindi di andare ad una nuova scuola. It was very strange on our first day, quindi il nostro primo giorno è stato molto strano. C'erano dei ragazzi della nostra scuola elementare lì, quindi in questa nuova scuola c'erano dei ragazzi provenienti dalla nostra scuola elementare, ma la gran parte dei ragazzi nel mio anno erano da diverse scuole, quindi provenivano da diverse scuole, esattamente come accade per le scuole medie, quindi ovviamente questa ragazza è passata da una scuola elementare ad una scuola media, quindi sta raccontando quella che è la sua esperienza. Penso dovrebbe essere abbastanza chiaro. But I soon started talking, ma presto ho cominciato to start talking, but I soon started talking to the girl, con la ragazza, to talk to, parlare alla, I started talking to, talk to, alla ragazza che stava seduta, who was sitting beside me, cioè che era seduta dietro di me a matematica, ok? In maths class, in matematica. Lei vive vicino a me, she lives near me, so we walked home together, quindi abbiamo camminato verso casa insieme, quindi siamo tornate a casa insieme. We walked home together. Abbiamo camminato verso casa together, insieme. We are best friends now. Adesso noi siamo migliori amici, siamo diciamo molto amiche. When I saw our timetable, quando ho visto il nostro calendario delle lezioni, the timetable, c'erano molte materie, there were lots of subjects, molte materie. Some were quite new, alcune erano abbastanza nuove per me. Lessons are harder now, le lezioni sono più difficili adesso. They are longer and the subjects are more difficult. Quindi le lezioni sono longer, long, lungo, longer, più lunghe. They are longer. And the subjects are more difficult. E le materie sono anche più difficili. But the teachers help us a lot. Ma gli insegnanti ci aiutano molto. But the teachers help us a lot. At primary school we had all our lessons in one classroom. Quindi alla scuola elementare avevamo tutte le nostre lezioni, quindi svolgevamo tutte le nostre lezioni in one classroom, in una sola classe, in una sola aula. Now each subject, adesso ogni materia viene insegnata is taught, to teach, taught, in a different room. To teach is irregular. In a different room. Well, don't forget that you can always refer to, in our grammar folder, you have a list of irregular verbs, remember? So don't forget, you can always refer to the irregular verb list to find irregular verbs, like this one, to teach. Oh, teach is not in this list. Swim, interesting. Teach is not in this list, but I can tell you that teach is an irregular verb. To teach, taught. Okay. Well, obviously this is a short irregular verbs list. Okay. If we take a look at word reference, I don't know if you remember word reference from our first or second lesson. Okay, word reference. Remember the online dictionary, and we look at teach, the verb to teach. We are going to notice that word reference is going to give us a listen option.
Teach.
Okay, for the phonetics, for the pronunciation.
Teach.
Notice that actually we can also choose between different accents. US, USA, and UK.
Teach.
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 So, okay, so we have the possibility of choosing different accents, but we also have listed the past and the past participle. Okay, so there you go. The verb to teach is an irregular verb because you see the past and the past participle, taught. So let's see, for example, a regular verb that I noticed earlier. Start. This one, for example, to start. Remember, I told you that when you see ed at the end of a verb, it means that the verb is irregular. So to start is a regular verb. Started is the past. Well, let's see what word reference says about start. You see, start doesn't show any conjugations, right? If we go back to teach, we see the inflections or the conjugations. You see, taught, past, participle. We are not going to see this for start because start is a regular verb. So we know how to make the past of a regular verb because we simply add ed, right? Started, to make the past simple. Whereas we must know the past form of an irregular verb, which usually is shown by the dictionary, or we can find in our irregular verbs list. Okay, good. So they are longer, so classes are longer and the subjects are more difficult. Quindi le lezioni sono più lunghe e le materie sono più difficili. But the teachers help us a lot. Ma gli insegnanti ci aiutano molto. At primary school we had all our lessons in one classroom. Okay, now each subject is taught in a different room. Adesso ogni materia è insegnata in una stanza, in un'aula diversa. It was difficult to find the classrooms at first, quindi era difficile trovare le aule, the classrooms at first, in principio all'inizio, at first, because the school is so big, perché la scuola è così grande, talmente grande. But the teachers gave us each a map of the school, ma gli insegnanti hanno dato ad ognuno di noi, each, gave us each, teachers gave, quindi hanno dato ad ognuno, each di noi, gave us each a map of the school, una mappa della scuola. So it's getting easier now, quindi adesso sta diventando più semplice trovare le aule. So it's getting easier, sta diventando più facile, it's getting easier now. The worst thing is that I have lots more homework to do now. La cosa peggiore, worst, è un superlativo, the worst, T. The worst thing is that I have lots more homework to do now. Quindi la cosa peggiore è che adesso, now, ho molti più compiti da fare. I have lots more homework to do now. Some of it is fun. Quindi qualche compito, some of it, some, qualche di esso, some of it, qualche compito, some of it is fun, è divertente. But I need to get better, comparative, better, meglio. Good, buono, better, meglio, the best, il migliore. Giusto? Aggettivo, comparativo, superlativo. Worst, bad, worse, worst, quindi bad, cattivo o anche peggio, worse is peggio, quindi bad, cattivo, worse, peggio, worst with T, il peggiore in assoluto. Some of it is fun, but I need to get better. Devo diventare più brava at remembering, nel ricordare when I have to give different pieces of work to the teachers. Quindi devo ricordare quando, devo diventare più brava a ricordare quando devo dare diversi compiti, diversi esercizi, different pieces of work agli insegnanti, giusto? Cioè quando consegnare i compiti agli insegnanti, perché sono aumentate le materie e le lezioni sono diventate anche più difficili. Ok, so what I would like you to do at this point, let's see if I can actually make this bigger, just a little bit. Let me try 160. Oh, you can still read it. Let me see, 170. Okay, I think that you should be able to read this. So what I want you to do now is read this text on your own, okay? Read this text on your own. And let's say I'm going to give you about 10 minutes to read this text, okay? And after 10 minutes, we'll go ahead and check the questions that Cambridge asks us to answer after reading this text, okay? So I'm gonna I'm gonna start the countdown. So you have about 10 minutes to read the text on your own. On your own means alone, and then we'll check it together. Okay, so let's get started. And here we go. Okay, students, was it easy or was it difficult? Please let me know in our WhatsApp group. I'd like to know, I would like to know, I would like or I'd like to know your comments on our WhatsApp group. Okay, so let me know if you found this reading easy or difficult. Okay, so now that you have read the text yourselves, quindi adesso che avete letto il testo da soli, now that you read the text yourselves, let's take a look at some questions. Okay, so we said there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 questions, okay, related to the text. So let's read the first one. How did Anna feel about moving to a new school? How did Anna feel about moving to a new school? Worried about being with lots of older children? Happy about the idea of doing something different? Pleased because she was bored at her primary school? How did Anna feel about moving to a new school? Cioè, come si sentiva Anna all'idea di andare ad una nuova scuola? Worried, preoccupata, worried about being with lots, molti, lots, worried about being with lots of older, più grandi, children. Happy, worried, pleased. Happy about the idea of doing something different, quindi felice all'idea di fare qualche cosa di diverso. Happy about the idea of doing something different. Pleased, lieta, because she was bored at her primary school. Lieta perché era annoiata, bored at her primary school, alla sua vecchia scuola elementare. How did Anna feel about moving to a new school? Okay, so by now you should have your notebook always ready, always available. So if you haven't done it yet, or if you forgot to grab your notebook, please do so now. Se avete dimenticato di prendere il vostro quaderno per gli appunti, fatelo adesso, and write down the answers, e scrivete le risposte alle domande. So, number 14, A, B or C. You don't have to do it right away, non lo dovete fare in questo preciso istante, but start thinking about it, ma cominciate a pensarci. 14, how did Anna feel about moving to a new school? Worried, happy, pleased. Number 15, who has become Anna's best friend at her new school? Who has become? Became. Let's see if become is in our list of irregular verbs. There you go. Become, became, become. Quindi, how do I read these paradigms? Become è la forma base del verbo. Become, quindi diventare. Become, l'infinito, infinitive. Become, became, past simple, became, quindi come, came, come, become, became, become, quindi became, diventare al passato. Quindi who has become? Ora, questo become in particolare non è un passato semplice, past simple, ma è un past participle, diventato, quindi diventare, diventò, diventato, participio passato. diventato, quindi who has become, chi è diventata la migliore amica di Anna? Who has become? Notate che il verbo avere più il participio passato è l'equivalente dell'italiano passato prossimo. Who has become Anna's best friend at her new school? Chi è diventata la migliore amica di Anna alla sua nuova scuola? Three different options, ok? Three possibilities. Someone, someone, someone. A. Someone, qualcuno. Someone from her primary school. Quindi qualcuno della sua scuola elementare. Someone she knew. Knew. To know. Knew. To know. Knew. Known is another irregular verb. Here it is. To know. Knew. Known. Know. Knew. Known. Someone she knew. Someone she knew. Quindi stiamo parlando al passato. Someone she knew. Qualcuno che lei conosceva. Ok? Someone she knew from her home area. Qualcuno che lei conosceva del suo quartiere. From her home area. L'area di casa sua, ovviamente in italiano si traduce come quartiere. Quindi someone she knew from her home area. Yes? Oppure, who has become Anna's best friend at her new school? Someone she met in her new class. Qualcuno che lei ha incontrato, met, in her new class. Ok? Someone she met in her new class. Let's take a look at the irregular verbs. To meet, met. Quindi anche il verbo incontrare, to meet, è un verbo irregolare. Meet, met. Quindi meet, incontrare. I meet, io incontro. You meet, tu incontri. I met, io incontrai. She met, lei incontrò. Quindi someone she met in her new class. Okay, so number 15, write it down in your notebook. Write down the answer you think is the correct one. Who has become Anna's best friend? A, B, or C? Let's take a look at question number 16. 16. What does Anna say about the timetable at her new school? What does? Remember, in order to make questions, I use question words like what, che cosa. Does anticipates a question. So what does Anna say? To say is an irregular verb and means chiedere. What does Anna say about? Quindi che cosa dice Anna riguardo l'orario, the timetable at her new school? At her new school. Alla sua her. Her, aggettivo possessivo, is a possessive adjective, her di Anna, giusto? Her new school, la nuova scuola di Anna, la sua, at her new school. What does Anna say about the timetable at her new school? It includes subjects she didn't do at primary school. Quindi l'orario alla sua nuova scuola include materie, it includes subjects she didn't do at primary school. Quindi include materie che non aveva fatto alla scuola elementare. It includes subjects she didn't do at primary school. B. She has shorter lessons than she had at her old school. She has, avere. She has shorter short, corto, shorter, comparative, quindi shorter, più brevi. Lezioni, she has shorter lessons, lei ha lezioni più brevi, di durata più breve, than, che, she had, che aveva, she has, present simple, lei ha, che lei aveva, then she had. Have, had is another irregular verb, you see? Have, had, quindi I have, you have, she has, cambia la forma alla terza persona singolare, cioè lui, lei, has, he, she has, io ho, I have, you have, he, she, it, esso, cioè per le cose, per gli oggetti, has, we have, you have, they have, ok? Al presente. Notate che al passato, in the past simple, it doesn't change. Quindi I had, avevo, ebbi, you had, he, she, it had, we had, you had, they had. Ok? Quindi she has shorter lessons than she had at an old school. Sì, it's quite difficult to understand. It's quite difficult to understand. Cioè l'orario della tua nuova scuola is, quindi it, riferito all'orario, da timetable, it is, è abbastanza difficile da comprendere. This was question 16. Choose A, B or C. 17. Why couldn't Anna find her classrooms? Perché Anna non potette trovare le sue aule? Why couldn't Anna find her classrooms? Perché aveva difficoltà a trovare le sue aule? Why couldn't Anna find her classroom? She couldn't read a map, non era in grado, she couldn't, non poteva, non era in grado, she couldn't read, leggere, she couldn't read a map, poteva leggere la mappa. There was little time between lessons, c'era poco tempo tra le lezioni. The school building was very large, cioè l'edificio scolastico, the school building, was very large. A, B or C. So you choose A, B or C. Number 18. What does Anna say about the homework she has now? What does Anna say? Che cosa dice Anna? What does Anna say about the homework she has now? Che cosa dice Anna circa i compiti che lei ha adesso alla nuova scuola? What does Anna say about the homework she has now? What does Anna say about the homework she has now? A, B, C. A. She gets more help from some teachers than others. She gets, to get, ottenere. She gets more, più, aiuto. She gets more help from some teachers. Quindi riceve più aiuto da parte di, from, qualche insegnante, some teachers, than others, piuttosto che altri. B. She thinks it is the hardest part of the school life. She thinks, pensa, lei pensa, it is the hardest, è la più dura, è la parte più difficile della vita scolastica, ok? Cioè i compiti, is the hardest part of school life. C. She remembers everything she has told to do. She remembers everything, ricorda tutto ciò che le viene detto di fare. Everything she is told to do. She is told, è un riflessivo, pardon. She is che le è detto di fare, quindi che le viene detto di fare. She is told to do. A, B or C. So choose your answer. So I think that I should probably give you, let's say, maybe, what can I say? Maybe 3 minutes to complete this exercise. What do you think? Is 3 minutes enough? I think you should be able to do it. So I'm going to give you about 3 minutes to answer these questions. So just write down the correct, what you think is the correct answer to question 15, 16, 17, and 18, okay? And I'm going to give you about 3 minutes, okay? Let's get started. And there we go, students. Okay, so you had about 3 minutes to write down your answers, right? So at this point, we can actually go and take a look at the answer key, okay? So let's check your answers. There you go. So these are the answers. So 14 was B, right? Happy, B, happy, excited. Yes. Worried, preoccupata, is a negative feeling. Feeling è un sentimento. Worried era un distrattore. Worried. So A was the wrong answer. So 14, happy, excited, happy. 15, C was the correct answer. C, letter C. Met, sitting beside her. Met, incontrare, met, right? Her friend was sitting beside her. La sua amica era seduta dietro di lei. These were the wrong answers. Why? Her group were different. Her group were from different schools. These were the wrong answers. 16, A. The correct answer was A. Didn't do. didn't do. A, quite new to me, quite abbastanza nuovi per me, quite new to me. So 16, A. 17, C, very large, so big. 17, C, very large, so big. 18, B, 18 was B, hardest part, the hardest part, the worst thing, la parte più difficile, la cosa peggiore, worst, superlativo assoluto, hardest, worst. 18, B. So we looked at the reading and writing part 3 file. Okay, and we also looked at the regular verbs again. And I think that we must move on and continue with the listening part of tonight's lesson. The listening part that we are going to do tonight is the listening part 2, this one. There you go. Okay. And I think that what I would like to do with this exercise tonight is go ahead and play the audio file, okay, and try to follow the script, okay. Here I have the script, so I will try to have you follow the script while the audio file is playing, okay. So I'm going to try to do this right now. So here is the audio file. Now keep in mind that you are going to find the audio file always in the A2 folder under a lesson plan. You have your audio file. Okay, you click on the audio file and notice that the part 2, right? This is listening and writing part 2. The listening and writing part 2 starts at 5:50. Okay, so let's play it.
Now look at part 2. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one word, or a number, or a date, or a time. Look at questions 6 to 10 now. You have 10 seconds.
You will hear a teacher telling students about a school camping trip.
Morning, everyone. I hope you're all looking forward to our camping trip next week. Please remember that now we are staying an extra day, the trip costs £39, not £34. You need to give your money to our new school secretary by the end of the week. Her name is Mrs. Fairford. That's Fairford. Please go to see her soon. As you know, we are leaving on Tuesday, but we're returning on Friday instead of Thursday. Now, you must get to school for 7:30 on Tuesday, because we'll leave at 7:45, and we can't wait for anyone. We usually go by coach on school trips, but because the campsite is near a station, we're going to go by train for a change. You don't need to bring tents or anything like that, but you will need boots. We will do lots of walking by rivers, so don't bring trainers because your feet will get wet. Is that clear to everyone?
Now listen again.
Morning, everyone. I hope you're all looking forward to our camping trip next week. Please remember that now we are staying an extra day, the trip costs £39, not £34. You need to give your money to our new school secretary by the end of the week. Her name is Mrs. Fairford. That's Fairford. Please go to see her soon. As you know, we are leaving on Tuesday, but we're returning on Friday instead of Thursday. Now, you must get to school for 7:30 on Tuesday, because we'll leave at 7:45 and we can't wait for anyone. We usually go by coach on school trips, but because the campsite is near a station, we're going to go by train for a change. You don't need to bring tents or anything like that, but you will need boots. We will do lots of walking by rivers, so don't bring trainers because your feet will get wet. Is that clear to everyone?
Okay, is that clear to everyone? So, what do you think? Was this listening easy or difficult? As usual, I'd like to know your comments on our WhatsApp group. So feel free to send me your feedback about listening. Was it easy or was it difficult? Okay, drop a message, send a message, drop a message on our WhatsApp group and let me know what you think about the listening. Okay. Basically, what we have to do in this exercise is filling these missing gaps here. So we have question number 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 that we must complete. Okay. How are we going to complete this part? Basically, obviously, you will hear a student talking. They are talking about a school camping trip. These questions can be true or false, so we are going to ignore them for now, and we're going to focus on this part only, okay? So in the text, right, the speaker is going to give us some information. Yes, so in the text, the speaker gives us some information like the trip costs. You need to give your money to our new school secretary and so forth. So we have to understand the elements in the listening that we must use to complete this form. So cost of trip is £39, okay? But we also need to write some other information. Give money to, a chi bisogna dare I soldi? Give money to Mrs. Day of return. Quando si ritornerà dalla gita scolastica? Day of return. Time to arrive at school. Time to arrive at school. A che ora bisogna farsi trovare a scuola, arrivare a scuola? Time to arrive at school. AM. Okay, but what time? This is number 8. Travel by. Come andranno in gita? By train, by coach, travel by. Dobbiamo cercare di afferrare questa parte. Travel by. Ok? Bring. What do they have to bring? Okay? So, what I want you to do now is reading this reading these elements that we must understand from the listening. Okay, cost of trip, give money to, day of return, time to arrive at school, travel by, bring. Okay, these are the elements that we must complete in this form. Okay, so in order to do this, I'm going to give you about, let's say, I'm going to give you about 5 minutes, okay? I'm going to give you 5 minutes to read this text alone, on your own, okay? And then we're going to play the audio one more time so that actually you can fill out that listening form, okay? So let's get started. You have about 5 minutes to read this text, okay? Ready? Let's get started. And here we go, students. Okay. So I think you had enough time to read the text one more time. So at this point, we can actually get ready to play the audio one more time so that you can complete this form. Okay, so this is the form you must complete. I'm going to play the audio one more time. Make sure you write the correct answers. Okay. Oh, and keep in mind, so don't forget that you can always play the lesson again anytime you want afterwards, right? Remember, the lesson is being recorded so that you can play this lesson again at your convenience, so that you can review the lesson. And keep in mind that when you review the lesson, you can always open the files on your local machine. So you can always have access to the course material on your local machine as well, okay, at a later time. So let's see what we can do here to play the audio again, because as I said, the audio starts at 5:50, right? So here you go. Let's get started, okay? I'm going to play it one more time and try to write down the correct answers.
Now look at part 2. For each question, write the correct answer in the gap. Write one word, or a number or a date, or a time. Look at questions 6 to 10 now. You have 10 seconds.
You will hear a teacher telling students about a school camping trip.
Morning, everyone. I hope you're all looking forward to our camping trip next week. Please remember that now we are staying an extra day. The trip costs £39, not £34. You need to give your money to our new school secretary by the end of the week. Her name is Mrs. Fairford. That's Fairford. Please go to see her soon. As you know, we are leaving on Tuesday, but we're returning on Friday instead of Thursday. Now, you must get to school for 7:30 on Tuesday, because we'll leave at 7:45 and we can't wait for anyone. We usually go by coach on school trips, but because the campsite is near a station, we're going to go by train for a change. You don't need to bring tents or anything like that, but you will need boots. We will do lots of walking by rivers, so don't bring trainers because your feet will get wet. Is that clear to everyone?
Now listen again.
Morning, everyone. I hope you're all looking forward to our camping trip next week. Please remember that now we are staying an extra day. The trip costs £39, not £34. you need to give your money to our new school secretary by the end of the week. Her name is Mrs. Fairford. That's Fairford. Please go to see her soon. As you know, we are leaving on Tuesday, but we're returning on Friday instead of Thursday. Now, you must get to school for 7:30 on Tuesday, because we'll leave at 7:45, and we can't wait for anyone. We usually go by coach on school trips, but because the campsite is near a station, we're going to go by train for a change. You don't need to bring tents or anything like that, but you will need boots. We will do lots of walking by rivers, so don't bring trainers because your feet will get wet. Is that clear to everyone?
That is the end of part 2.
Okay, students, there was the end of part 2. Okay, so by now you should have been able to write down the missing parts in this chart. Yes, in this exercise. So I hope you were able to do it. I hope that the listening was easier now than it was at the beginning of the lesson. Let's take a look at the keys. So let's go and check the answers, basically. These were the correct answers, right? These were the correct answers. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, Fairford, Friday, 7:30. Half means 30, right? Half, metà dell'orologio, giusto? 30 minuti. Half past 7 or 7:30. Train, they are going by train. They need to bring boots, degli anfibi, degli stivali, boots, right? They are going camping. So this was the end of the listening part 2. Yes, listening part 2. So if you have any questions about this exercise as well, please drop me a message onto our WhatsApp group. Okay, so we did the listening part 2, and let me show you something, because in this listening exercise you may have heard the spelling of a secretary's last name. So let me see. The spelling means the pronunciation of her last name. So let's take a look at the alphabet, if I can find an easier picture to show you, probably like this one maybe. Let's see what it looks like. Can I make it a little bigger? Let's see if I can. Zoom, okay. I think you should be able to read it now. Okay, this is the English alphabet, and I'm going to read it for you, just to practice. So A, B, C, D, E, E, as in Europe, Europe, E, Europe, F, G, H, I, as and I am, I am, okay? I. E, okay? So one more time. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, I, J, K, yes, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z, or Z, okay? And in reality, there are some songs for adults as well that you may be interested in. There are many results. I mean, if you look for the English alphabet, you're going to find many results actually. So I don't know, maybe this one, English alphabet for ESL for adults, you see, or ABC song. I mean, there are many. Let's just play this one that seems a little bit shorter.
Con Shopify puoi creare il tuo e-commerce e vendere i tuoi prodotti online a clienti.
Okay, so this was just an example. I mean, you can actually browse the internet and find many more of these examples. Okay, there we go. So at this point, I think it's about time that we take a look at some more grammar so that we can actually move on. So let's open our English grammar extract file. Remember last time we looked at the Unit 1 practice, and I actually told you that Unit 1 is a general grammar reference part, okay? So we are going to get back to this part 1 later on during the course. Today, I want to focus our attention on some elements from Unit 2 grammar reference. So let's get started here. This unit covers the present simple, okay? And we have a positive form, negative form, and a question form, and also short answers, risposte brevi. Positive, I, you, we, they, quindi io, tu e voi. At this point, I would like to point out something peculiar, in my opinion, about the English alphabet compared to an old Italian common word, which was voi. Notice that in English, I can say I for io, you for tu, o anche you for voi. Quindi you is used as second singular and plural person. Now, this is not completely strange to Italian speakers, because if you think about just 70 years ago, during the fascism era, it was pretty common for children to refer to their fathers calling them voi. Yes, I'm going to say this in Italian. Poco più di 70 anni fa, durante l'epoca fascista in Italia, era abbastanza comune che i figli dessero del voi ai propri padri, cioè i figli quando si riferivano al padre per fargli una domanda, generalmente gli dicevano: voi padre cosa ne pensate? Cioè voi padre siete molto caro, quindi non davano del tu al proprio padre, ma gli davano del voi. È ancora detto, questa espressione è ancora detta il voi fascista. Ora noi in inglese utilizziamo ancora questo tipo di concetto grammaticale, cioè nel senso che magari anche detto come il plurale maiestatis, cioè sia per indicare il tu che il voi abbiamo un solo sostantivo, cioè you, quindi usato. Non so come potrà esservi più semplice da ricordare, quindi se vi piace la tecnica mnemonica del voi fascista potete usare quella, altrimenti provate a pensare come il plurale maiestatis, ma è la stessa cosa dal punto di vista pratico, ok? So, I, you live near here, quindi I, you, we, they, io, tu, noi, loro, vivono, al positivo, live, o don't live, negativo, don't. I live near here, I don't live near here. We live near here, we don't live near here. Attenzione, please pay attention. The third singular person, la terza persona singolare, in the positive and negative phrases, sentences, frasi o sentenze, phrases or sentences, adds an es, quindi aggiunge una s, ok? Live, lives. He, she, it lives near here, quindi he, lui, al maschile, she, lei, he lives, oppure negativo, he doesn't, quindi don't, I don't, you don't. He, she doesn't live near here. For questions, we have a question word. Where do I live? Where do I live? Where do you live? Dove vivi? Where do you live? Where do we live? Dove viviamo noi? Where, dove? Do. Do anticipa la domanda, ok? Do. Where do we live? Where do they live? Where does he, she, it? Quindi io, tu, noi, loro, ok, live, do. Lui, lei, esso, does, where does he live, where does she live, where does it live. Short answers, cioè per rispondere a questo tipo di domande, in breve, do you like Peter? Do you like? Do you like? Do. Quindi qui non c'è una question word all'inizio, è una domanda secca senza una question word. Do you like Peter? Ti piace Peter? Do you like Peter? Yes, I do. Pensate un po' al ping pong, quindi do you like Peter? Yes, I do. Do you like Peter? No, I don't. Ok? Se questa doveva essere negativa. Does he speak French? Does he speak French? No, he doesn't. Doesn't. Oppure does, yes, se questa fosse stata yes. Does he speak French? Yes, he does. Ok, so when do we use present simple? Cioè quando si usa il present semplice? When do we use present simple? To express a habit, I get up, mi alzo, I get up at 7:30, quindi ogni giorno mi sveglio alle 7:30, I get up, present simple, I get up at 7:30. Joe smokes too much, Joe fuma un po' troppo, Joe smokes, yes, per la terza persona singolare, right? Joe smokes, Joe lives, Joe smokes too much. A fact which is always true. Quindi quando una cosa è sempre vera si usa il presente semplice, il present simple. A fact which is always true. Vegetarians don't eat meat. I vegetariani don't, negativi, vedete i negativi? Don't eat, non mangiano la carne. Vegetarians don't eat meat, don't, negative. Don't. Vegetarians, they, giusto? Vegetarians don't. Vegetarians don't eat meat. Ok? Vegetarians don't eat meat. We come from Spain. We come from Spain. È un fatto, no? We come from Italy, right? Or we come from the States. We come from Switzerland. A fact which is true for a long time. I live in Oxford. Qualcosa che è vero, anche se non è detto che sia così per sempre, però è vero o sarà vero per un lungo periodo di tempo. I live in Oxford. Forse ci vivrò per i prossimi 2 anni, but I live in Oxford, quindi vivo ad Oxford. She works in a bank. She works, vedete la S? Work. I work. She works in a bank. Lei lavora in una banca. C'è un altro tipo di presente che è il presente present continuous. Questo ve l'avevo introdotto quando vi ho mostrato questa scheda dei verbi. Vi ho detto, remember, English verbs are a 3x3 chart. Past, present, future. Present can be simple, can be continuous, and can be perfect. Quindi anche il passato può essere simple, semplice, continuo o perfetto. So, present simple, continuous and perfect. Future simple, continuous and perfect. Past simple, continuous and perfect. Okay? So, let's have a look at this present continuous. So, we looked at the present simple. Now we're going to look at present continuous. So 2.1 was present simple. Okay? Now 2.2 is present continuous. When do we use present continuous? Notice form, cioè come lo formiamo? Form, present continuous. Se il presente semplice lo si forma andando a vedere il verbo all'infinito, ok? Quindi I fight, io combatto, I find, io trovo, I fly, io volo. She flies, she finds, per dire lei trova, o he finds, aggiungiamo una S al presente semplice. Ma come formiamo il presente continuo? Well, si usa il verbo essere più il gerundio espresso con ing, ok? Quindi I am working, quindi I work, io lavoro, sarebbe al presente semplice, I work. Io sto lavorando, I am working, I am not working, quindi si usa sempre il verbo essere più il gerundio per fare il presente continuo. Tradotto esattamente come in italiano, cioè io sto mangiando, io sto studiando, io sto lavorando, io sto andando, io sto viaggiando. I am working, sto lavorando, right? In this moment I am working. He, she, it is working, o he, she, it isn't working per le negative, cioè non sta lavorando. We, you, they are working, perché il verbo essere è I am, you are, he, she, it is. We are, you are, they are, giusto? Questa è la coniugazione del verbo essere al presente, quindi lo usiamo con il gerundio per il present continuous nelle forme positive e negative. Also for the questions. What am I wearing? To wear, wear is an irregular verb. Okay, wear is an irregular verb. Wear, wore, worn, indossare, wear, wore, worn, indossare, wear. What am I wearing? Che cosa sto indossando? What am I wearing? Sto indossando. What am? Quindi per le domande prima il verbo essere, poi il soggetto e poi il gerundio. What am I wearing? Notate che il do, che abbiamo visto nel presente semplice, si usa quando ci sono i verbi non ausiliari, cioè se il verbo che io vado a coniugare, live, verbo vivere, non è un verbo ausiliare, il verbo ausiliare è il verbo essere, I am, you are. Quindi un verbo non ausiliare per fare le domande necessita di un do o di un does, così come per fare le negazioni necessita di un doesn't o does not, doesn't, does o do not, don't. Per il present continuous, già che lo formiamo con l'ausiliare, non necessitiamo il do. Quindi, I am working, nelle domande, what, ok, am I wearing? No, do I wearing? What am I wearing? Che cosa sto indossando? What am I wearing? What is he, she, it wearing? What are we, you, they wearing? What are they wearing? Che cosa stanno indossando loro? What are they wearing? Short answers. Are you going, for example, are you going to school or are you going to the gym? Are you going to work? Yes, I am. No, I am not. Is Anna working? Yes, she is. No, she isn't. Ok? Ah, notice, in short answers non si usa mai l'abbreviazione, sarebbe troppo poi, troppo corto, troppo sintetico. Beh, è già sintetico così. Are you going? Yes, I am. Cioè non è necessario dire yes, I am going. Non c'è bisogno di ripetere il going. Are you going? Yes, I am. Is Anna working? No, she isn't. Ok? Quando si usa il present continuous? Abbiamo visto quando usavamo il presente semplice, simple present, yes, habit, something which is always true or is true for a long time. Present continuous, when do we use the present continuous? An activity happening now, quindi per un'azione che sta avvenendo adesso, an activity happening now. They are playing football in the garden, quindi stanno giocando a calcio nel giardino. Adesso, now, stanno giocando, they are playing football in the garden. She can't talk now because she's washing her hair. Non può parlare adesso perché sta lavando i suoi capelli. Yes? An activity happening right now, un'azione che succede pressoché adesso, ma non necessariamente nell'istante in cui sto parlando. She is studying maths at university, cioè in genere, she is studying in questo periodo, non in genere, in questo periodo, she is in questo semestre ad esempio, She is studying maths at university. Sta studiando matematica all'università. I am reading a good book by Henry James. Sto leggendo un buon libro di Henry. Oppure può anche essere usato in un contesto per esprimere un'intenzione futura. I am meeting, quindi mi sto incontrando, nel senso di mi incontrerò, mi sto incontrando con Miss Boyd at 10 o'clock tomorrow. L'appuntamento è già stato programmato. Quindi quando c'è un'azione programmata, allora si può usare il present continuous anche per esprimere il concetto di un futuro. I am meeting Miss at 10 o'clock tomorrow. What are you doing this evening? Che stai facendo? Che farai stasera? What are you doing this evening? Cioè, suppongo tu abbia già un piano, no? Present simple and present continuous. Quindi c'è un po' di comparazioni. Compare the wrong and correct answers. Hans is coming from Germany. No, Hans comes from Germany. Giusto? Hans comes from Germany. Perché questo è sempre vero. Non è che in questo momento Hans is coming from Germany. Hans comes from Germany. Se avessi detto Hans is coming from Germany by train, forse, cioè sta venendo in questo momento dalla Germania col treno, potrebbe essere, sarà accettata come corretta. It's a great party, everyone has fun. It's a great party, everyone has fun. Has. Ma perché? It's a great party, è una festa bellissima, tutti si divertono. Questo has, present simple, significa che questa azione avviene sempre. Ma non tutti fanno sempre le feste 24 ore al giorno, giusto? Quindi it's a great party, everyone is having fun, cioè ognuno si sta divertendo in questo momento, it's a great party, stiamo parlando in questo istante, everyone is having fun, indica uno stato in fase di svolgimento. I read a good book at the moment, leggo un buon libro attualmente. I am reading a good book, questa è la corretta. I am reading a good book at the moment. Right? No, I read a good book at the moment. No? At the moment vuol dire in questo momento, quindi present continuous. I am reading a good book at the moment. Some verbs express a state, not an activity, and are usually used in present simple only. Quindi alcuni verbi che esprimono uno stato d'animo, quindi non un'attività, generalmente si indicano sempre al presente semplice. Per esempio, I like Coke, cioè mi piace la Coca-Cola, vabbè. Oppure, non so, I like chinotto, for example, if you are from Sicily, right? Which I do, by the way. I like chinotto. I'm liking chinotto. So, un gusto o uno stato d'animo non vuole il present continuous, ma il present simple. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Cioè so quello che tu vuoi dire. So cosa intendi? No, I am knowing what you mean. Cioè, so cosa intendi, insomma, è uno stato d'animo, quindi no, I am knowing, ok? In egual modo, questa regola vale per i verbi come think, agree, similar verbs are think, agree, understand and love. Tutti i verbi che indicano uno stato d'animo. Think, pensare, io penso, agree, sono d'accordo, understand, comprendere, love, amare. Have and have got. This is pretty interesting because it's not common in American English, but it's actually it's a little bit it's considered informal in British English though. So I have il verbo I have è il verbo avere, quindi I, you, have, he, she, has. Ok? Two sisters, I have two sisters. Ho due sorelle, you have two sisters, they have two sisters. È anche possibile dire I have got two sisters. Ora, non voglio complicarvi la vita, voglio solo farvi capire che è possibile trovare questa espressione soprattutto nell'inglese britannico. In inglese americano è praticamente inesistente. Quindi they have got two sisters, she has or she has got two sisters. In the negative, attenzione, se io uso l'inglese canonico, formale, I don't have any money, non ho un quattrino, I don't have any money, we don't have any money, oppure posso dire I haven't got any money, quindi se uso il got non necessito il do come ausiliare, cioè bypasso la necessità di usare un ausiliare I don't have, posso dire I have not got. Ok, come se io dicessi I am not a student. Ok? Perché il verbo essere come ausiliare non necessita il don't. Ok? Il verbo avere invece lo necessita, I don't have. A meno che non lo usiamo in questa forma con il got, molto informale. She doesn't have any money. He hasn't got any money. Doesn't have o hasn't got. Per le domande, stesso discorso. Do I have a car? Posseggo, ho un'auto. Do I have a car? Does she have a car? Does he, she? Do I, we, you, they? Do I, do we, do you, do they? Does he, she? Does she? Does he? Oppure, have I got a car? Quindi, have I got a car? Have you got a car? Has she got a car? Ok. Short answers. Do you have a camera? Do you have a camera? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do you? Yes, I do. Ping pong, right? Do you have a camera? Yes, I do. Do you have a camera? No, I don't. Have you got a camera? Yes, I have. Quindi se usate la forma informale have got, poi dovete rispondere diciamo in accordo, no? Un po' come quando vi ho detto che pensate sempre ad avere un diapason, no? Per intonare il vostro orecchio, ok? Quindi, have you got a camera? Yes, I have. Have you got a camera? No, I haven't. We can use contractions. I've, okay? We have got, but not we have. Quindi, I have got a contraction, ok? I have a sister, not I have a sister, ok? I have a sister, non si può contrarre in questo caso, I have. Va scritto per intero, I have a sister. Have and have got mean the same, quindi have and have got mean significano lo stesso. Mean, they mean, to mean, significare, which is an irregular verb, ok? To mean. Well, okay, it's not in this list, but to mean, meant. It means significare, significare. Have got is informal, come vi ho detto, We use it a lot when we speak, but not when we write. Quindi è usato nel parlato, nella lingua parlata, ma non nella lingua scritta, ok? Have you got a light? Hai un accendino? Have you got a light? The Prime Minister has a meeting with the President today. Has a meeting. Il ministro ha un meeting. In American English, have plus do does is much more common. Have and have got express possessions, quindi questo have got, entrambi indicano possesso, ok? I have a new car, I have 3 children, I have blonde hair, ok? In entrambi i casi, sia usate have che have got, con questo rafforzativo. Have plus noun express an activity or a habit, have and quindi quando si sta ad indicare un'attività o un'abitudine, si usa sempre do, doesn't, e non si usa il got però, per esempio. I have got a shower every day. No, perché è un'abitudine, giusto? Quindi no, I have got a shower every day. Cioè, ho una doccia tutti i giorni. No, I have a shower every day. I have a shower, faccio una doccia ogni giorno. Have got, in questo caso no. Non si può possedere una doccia, insomma, ecco. What time have you got lunch? A che ora hai il pranzo, insomma, non è che lo ottieni. What time do you have lunch? What time do you have? Do you have lunch? He has never got milk in his tea. Lui non ha mai, non ha mai il latte con il suo tè. He never has milk in his tea. È un'abitudine, no? Giusto? He has never, non ha mai il latte con il suo tè, in his tea. Attenzione perché in the past tense the got forms are unusual, quindi è vero che lo possiamo usare nell'inglese parlato britannico, ma al passato non si usa mai, neppure in Inghilterra, ok? Had with did and didn't is much more common. Quindi I had a bicycle when I was young. Had. Avevo una bici quando ero giovane. I had a bicycle. No, I had got. Absolutely not. Okay? My parents had a lot of books in the house. I miei genitori avevano molti libri in casa. Ok? Did you have a nice weekend? Hai avuto un buon fine settimana? Hai trascorso un buon fine settimana? Hai avuto? Did you have? Did you have? Ricordate che in inglese non c'è quella varietà di lessico alla quale voi siete abituati in italiano, ragione per cui è possibile in italiano sfumare le lingue, sfumare la lingua in modi più variopinti. Insomma, in inglese invece è un po' più è un po' più diretta e un po' meno artificiosa. Quindi did you have a nice weekend? Hai avuto un buon fine settimana? Hai fatto insomma un buon fine settimana? I didn't have any money when I was a student. Non avevo alcun soldo quando ero uno studente. I didn't have any money when I was a student. Quindi questa qui era so this was an overview, era è stata una ricapitolazione rapida di quella che è la seconda unità Unit 2 Grammar Reference. Now, what I want you to do for next lesson is working on the Unit 2 practice exercises. Quindi I would like you to try to do some of these exercises or all the exercises if you can. For example, so choose the correct form of the verb. Ok, dovete scegliere tra do, does, choose the correct form of the verb. Ok, complete the sentences with present simple. Quindi qui mi dovete mettere il presente semplice. Ok. Ok. And please use also the internet to help you with these exercises. Okay, for example, he speeches. Let me see if I can find the correct answer. No, sorry, to speak conjugation, okay, o coniugazione. Conjugate. Okay, I speak, he speaks. Okay, he speaks, you see? Present, we speak, you speak, they speak. Spoke, okay? Present continuous, okay? So use the internet to help you. What else? Make the positive sentences negative, so queste sono positive, fatele negative. Clark walks in the city, Claire doesn't work. Present continuous, match 1, 2, 3 to ABC, ok? And so forth. Tick the correct, quindi scegliete la domanda esatta. Complete the sentences with present simple or continuous. Quindi qui dovete scegliere se usare il present simple o the continuous. Riscrivete have got, the correct form of have got, e ancora scegliete le domande corrette. Ok, students? I think that we can end our lesson right here. And once again, feel free to drop any message in our WhatsApp group and ask any questions. See you next time. And work hard.